Hello everyone, good morning or evening, depends on the time you are watching this video. Here are meeting again for Global English 8. I know that you used to see Mr. Raed, but for some circumstances he's just absent and I'm going to substitute him. So I'm going to complete with you Global English 8, and today we start with Unit 5. Okay? Unit 5, Sports and Hobbies. I'm sure that everyone has a hobby, and many of you do sports. Okay, so what are we going to learn in this unit? What are we going to have? The topics that we are going to talk about, we're going to talk about sports equipment, the things that you need to do sport, and sporting ability, to be able to do a sport, and hobbies. Also, we're going to learn some topics related to use of English, like compound nouns, abstract nouns, and the present perfect continuous. Now let's start. Sport for all, and that's our lesson today, lesson 1. Do you do sport? Do you do any kinds of sports? What sports do you do? Do you need to go out, or do you do any kind of sport that you can practice at home? If you don't do any sports, do you have any hobbies? Do you like watching sports? Do you like collecting things? Okay. Anyway, think about these questions, but today we're going to know some kinds of sports. Here in your books, page 40. Page 40 on your student's book. The first sport here that we have is skiing. Skiing. Here you can see someone wearing goggles, riding on skis, holding poles for skiing. So these are the equipment that we need to do this sport. Equipment, things that we need to do a sport. Goggles, pole, and skis. Okay? The second one, ice skating. Ice skating. And what equipment do we need to do ice skating? Okay? Yes, we need skates. Okay. How can you go for skating without skates? The third sport here, you know very well, that's boxing. Boxing. And where can we do boxing? On a ring, on a boxing ring, and wearing boxing gloves. Boxing gloves. The third sport here, athletics, as they call it in the UK, athletics. While in the US, in America, they call it track and field. Track and field. And in this sport, track and field or athletics, you can do many things like running, high jumping, javelin, which you throw a spear. Five, we have ice hockey. Ice hockey, where you can play with a puck. It's not a ball, it's a puck. Ice hockey. 6, we have here roller blading. Roller blading. Okay, and the person who goes for roller blading must have elbow pads, or knee pads. Elbow pads or knee pads. Okay, and they go on roller blades or inline skates. Also we have snowboarding. Snowboarding, where you can ride on a snowboard. You know this very well. Horse riding, or they call it in America horseback riding. Horseback riding, which is the same. I don't know why they use the word back, but it's It's okay. Horse riding or horseback riding. And where the rider, when you go for horse riding, the rider sits on a saddle. Sits on a saddle, and you must have reins to control the horse. Also here we have the skateboarding, where you have knee pads and you go on a skateboard. And the last one, many of you practice swimming. You have a cab and you wear goggles, then you go swimming in a lane. When you go into the swimming pool, you swim in a lane. Okay, so these are 10 sports that you can see here on your books. Now we're going to listen. We're going to listen to some commentaries and look at the pictures to know which sport they are talking about. Ready to listen? Let me practice with you number 1.
Track 10. 1.
Sit down in the saddle and don't hold the reins too tightly.
It's clear. In which sport do you sit in the saddle and hold the reins? Yes, it's horse riding or horseback riding. Okay?
That's good. You'll make a good rider.
Yes, that makes you a good rider. Now, we're going to listen, starting from number 2, and decide which sport the person is talking about.
2.
I've got my own skates now. They're really comfortable. I can do a figure of 8 without falling over.
Without falling over. So, what's she talking about? Can you guess? Look at the pictures. And yes, I think that some got the right answer. She's talking about ice skating. Ice skating. 3.
Now, when you get into the ring, remember to hold your hands up so that your gloves protect your face.
Protect your face. That's for boxing. Right. 4.
I've only tried it twice, but I love being in the mountains. I fall over quite a lot, but I don't mind. I'd like to get my own snowboard.
It's clear because the person here said that he or she likes the snowboard. So they are talking about snowboarding.
5.
I take my skateboard everywhere. I meet my friends at the park and we have a lot of fun. Most of us wear knee pads. You never know, you might fall.
So you have pads because you might fall, and they meet in the park for ice skating. Ice skating? No, that's not ice skating. Okay, that's that's skating, yeah. Okay, let's complete.
6.
I always wear elbow pads with my rollerblades. I wear knee pads as well. I hardly ever fall though, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
That's for elbow pads and knee pads. So they're talking about rollerblading.
7.
I train every morning. I go up and down the fast lane. I always wear a cap and goggles. You have to wear a cap at the pool I go to, and goggles protect your eyes.
Cap and goggles. Fast lane. That's for, yes, swimming. Let's complete.
8.
I rent my skis and poles, but I've got my own goggles. You need them when the sun's bright or when it's snowing.
So that's, you got the answer? We still have only 3 sports. That's for skiing. Okay, let's complete.
9.
It's a game of great skill. You use your stick to hit the puck
And to carry it as well. You have to be able to skate really well too.
You have a stick and you hit the puck. You hit the puck. So that's for hockey or ice hockey, because you have to learn how to skate too. The last one?
10.
I enjoy running, throwing the javelin and doing the high jump, but I'm best at running, especially the short distances like the 100 meters.
Running, throwing the javelin and high jump. That's for field and track, which is called in America track and field, or athletics. Track and field or athletics. Okay, so here we have learned about 10 sports today. Okay, on the other page, on page 41, we are going to know more about them. So here we have other sports, okay? Following the same, we're going to listen and know about which sport they are talking, but most of them you know very well, like football or soccer, football in the UK, soccer in America, golf, American football or football in the US, rugby, basketball, cricket, and baseball. Okay, which of them do you like most? Which of them have you ever seen a match or have you ever seen a competition? Think about this question and till we meet again. Thank you. Goodbye.